Haven't opened 20 minutes. I thought I'd talk about a Nintendo brochure. This is the holiday gift guide for 2014. Generally, Nintendo, every year for a bit there, they would release brochures or just little booklets that just kind of detailed what they had going on that holiday. If you wanted Nintendo gifts of the holiday variety, here's a booklet for you. It kind of gave you a good idea of what to expect. And we definitely have the most stock art of Peach, Mario, and Yoshi, and on the back, of course, you can't have a brochure without that art of Donkey Kong. But yeah, this was 2014. Definitely one of Nintendo's better years during that generation. I think 2013 was pretty good. I think 2013 definitely leaned a bit heavy into the 3DS. And 2014 kind of brought, it was kind of more focused on the Wii U with stuff like Mario Kart 8 and Bayonetta 2 and Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze and Hyrule Warriors and Captain Toad and Smash Brothers. 3DS definitely had a lot of good stuff, but it wasn't nearly as good as 2013 was for that system. And it kind of felt like the Wii U was more of the focus this year, which is maybe why this booklet is so damn thin. This is this is a pretty thin booklet for a holiday gift guide. I remember looking at the 2013 one, and that was a novel. This one feels a lot more like a fifth grader's essay. So we open that up. Nintendo Holiday Must-Haves. See, this may be one of the reasons why it's so thin, because they barely have any words. They have the 3DS, which just show a 3DS XL, a 2DS, and Smash for 3DS, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and Mario Kart 7. Yeah, it's a little odd, considering that Mario Kart 7 was from 2011 at that point. So it's just a little odd that, you know, they'd focus on two big 2014 titles, and then a title, you know, they always kind of focus on Mario Kart. It was just something that they always wanted to push. But it's like, there was a lot of stuff that came out in 2014 they could have shown, like, there was Mario Golf, Kirby Triple Deluxe, stuff like Fantasy Life. I know some of those, specifically Fantasy Life, may not be, like, the most, just the most like casual kind of thing, or just something that everybody can get behind like Mario Kart is, but you know, there's definitely some stuff they could have shown there. And then Wii U, this was when they had the Mario 3D World bundle, where they included Mario 3D World and Nintendo Land as the pack-in games. But they have Amiibo, Hyrule Warriors, Smash for Wii U, and Mario Kart 8. So this was the year that Amiibo hit the scene alongside Smash for Wii U, and I missed that. It was a lot of fun. I remember 2014 was when Amiibo officially launched, and they launched with just these figures. I believe in December they had a couple more come out. They had the Wave 2, which included stuff like Luigi and Captain Falcon, I believe Pit, and Little Mac. There's definitely one, I think Zelda. So they had, you know, they had a fair amount in 2014 starting in November, and beginning in 2015, I mean, they were already kind of hard to find because, you know, for some reason, a lot of people it just didn't register with a lot of people that, hey, some Amiibo are going to be hard to find. And I just remember seeing so many posts and videos from people who were just absolutely befuddled at the fact that Nintendo barely made any Marth figures, and now they have to pay some scalper on eBay. And I was like, yeah, that stinks, but it's just like, that's part of the fun of buying Amiibo and collecting Amiibo. The part of the fun was running to these stores and trying to find the hard to find ones, and it was kind of that rush of getting that super hard to find Amiibo for, you know, the price you're supposed to pay for it. You know, and a lot of people just kept on complaining how, like, the stock was not good enough, and how whenever you'd go to Amiibo sections of stores, it would just be like the standard ones. You have Mario, Pikachu, Peach, you know, pretty much all those in the picture. But that's the point, you know, like they're always gonna keep these in stock, and then, you know, stuff like Wii Fit Trainer, like, yeah, that's gonna be hard to find. For some reason, people just kept on complaining about that. because a lot of people were into it at that point, and it was frustrating. But it's like that was part of I think a lot of people fail to realize that was kind of the joy of buying Amiibo, was the fact that some of them were hard to find, and you know, you had to go to stores early and cross your fingers, and you know, if you find it, it was awesome. I remember going to a GameStop and I found Ness. That was cool. But Nintendo started to like actually respond to this demand, and around the end of 2015 was when they actually started restocking a lot of like hard to find ones. And I think that's like on top of like when they started putting out like the Animal Crossing figures, and I think a lot of Amiibo collectors at the time were just kind of like, I might be over this. Like, you know, the Animal Crossing line was kind of a dud, mainly because, you know, it launched with some terrible games, but also the Amiibo that were hard to find were no longer hard to find. You could go to Toys R Us and you could see like billions of Shulk Amiibo there. And at that point, I think that's when a lot of people kind of like lost interest in Amiibo, and you know, I just kind of miss that, because it was just such a simple time when we just get like super like into just like trying to find those really dumb like $13 Shulk figures. You know, it made it fun. It made it fun to try and find these things. I think a lot of people were complaining that they couldn't find them, but you know, that was kind of the point. Anyways, game anywhere, anytime with the 3DS XL and 2DS. It is the ultimate portable experience. They have a lot of Mii's there for some reason. Then the 2DS included Mario Kart 7. Most of the time the 2DS included Mario Kart 7. I'm pretty sure there was like a bundle with every single type of 3DS that there was at least one that included a copy of Mario Kart 7 pre-installed. But yeah, we didn't get like a new 3DS model this year. It was mainly, we had to wait until early 2015 to get the new 3DS XL. But 2014 was when they got the new 3DS in Japan, which kind of made it a little, if you were in the know, it was kind of like, man, why would you buy a 3DS in late 2014 when you could just wait a couple months and the new 3DS would come out in North America? Fun for the whole family. So this was definitely when Nintendo was starting to, I mean, they already were, but they were really starting to just kind of like lean into this aspect with their consoles this generation. They were like, okay, well, we'll just be like the immediate try to appeal to the families, and you know, I mean, like, they do, like, Nintendo obviously appeals to families, but I just feel like they leaned into it too hard, to the point that even like families who were trying to find something fun to do, they would look at Nintendo's marketing at this time and they would kind of wince. It just wasn't, it's good to lean into that because that's what Nintendo's good at, but I think they leaned into it a bit harder than they probably should have. Wii U is the revolutionary console from Nintendo, featuring high-definition graphics and the innovative gamepad controller. Play great games in all new ways, only on Wii U. See, that sentence kind of just that sentence just kind of feels like they were giving up at this point. Premier games, all on Wii U. This is pretty much most of the major releases. Mario Kart 8, Smash Brothers, Hyrule Warriors, Captain Toad, NES Remix Pack, Mario 3D World, Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric. For some reason they have a graphic there for that. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, New Super Mario Bros. U, Luigi U, Wind Waker HD, Pikmin 3, Just Dance 2015, and Lego Batman 3, alongside Disney Infinity and Skylanders Trap Team. Yeah, that's generally kind of all the more family-friendly games on Wii U. Of course, you could put Bayonetta 2 there, but you know, I mean, who's gonna do that with a book that looks like this? But yeah, that's fair. I mean, like, they could have had like Nintendo Land there, because you know, that was a game on Wii U. And you know, you may say, oh, but it was a bundle. Well, Mario 3D World was a bundle, and they still felt the need to put it there. So I don't know. Discover the power inside. That was a slogan for Amiibo, all right. That was that's the launch line up there. That was when the quality wasn't the greatest. A lot of them were okay. I remember Fox was pretty okay, but these are still the beta designs because characters like Link and Fox just have a little stand, and it actually looks okay. But in reality, they use these weird translucent colored plastics for the launch amiibo. So Link had this yellow stand, and Fox had this purple one. I think Peach had a clear one right there. Donkey Kong had this like icicle coming out of his ass. Yeah, it was just I don't know. I assume it was just because like that's how production went, where it's like, oh well, we have leftover yellow plastic. We know exactly where to put it, Link's thigh. But yeah, these were definitely of a much higher quality in the beta version. But that's not to say the releases weren't like bad or anything. I mean, they were bad or anything. They were still pretty solid. As mainly like the cartoony characters. Donkey Kong, Mario were good. Peach's amiibo always reminded me of like a Polly Pocket. I didn't really like that. Yoshi was good. Link was Samus was pretty alright. Wii Fit Trainer was alright, except she had like a to keep her stable. They had like a cast on her leg right there. Marth was pretty bad. He was okay, but not the greatest. Pikachu was good. Fox was pretty good. I liked Fox. Kirby's design. I will be dead in the ground by the time they mess up a Kirby figure. And then Villager's eyes were famously a bit too big on the original figure, and then they updated it later on with like a reprint, and his eyes were like really small, so he had just this very large forehead. They could never get his design right, weirdly enough. But Amiibo, your favorite Nintendo characters come to life. Customize your Amiibo figures in Smash Bros. For Wii U to crush your opponent. Tap your Amiibo to the Wii U gamepad. No portal needed. Wow. So you're gonna actively advertise these games and then immediately just barf all over them in the next page. That's amazing. I always felt like either they pushed Amiibo too hard or they didn't go far enough with it. A lot of the games that used Amiibo kind of used them in super lame ways. Like Hyrule Warriors, it was compatible with all Amiibo, but it was literally just, oh, scan an Amiibo once a day, and then you get like a rupee. Woo. And like a lot of the times they just would unlock like really worthless stuff, or stuff that, you know, should have been in the game like without Amiibo to begin with. But then there were games that went a little too far with it. Stuff like Amiibo Festival. And I believe Metroid Samus Returns on the 3DS in 2017. They had like really substantial content kind of locked behind some Metroid Amiibo. I always thought they should have just made like a full-on Amiibo game. I always had the idea of like get Tecmo Koei to make a warrior-style game in the vein of Hyrule Warriors, but have all Amiibo compatible in meaningful ways. I thought that would have been cool, where like pretty much all the major Nintendo characters could be playable characters, and then characters who, you know, you couldn't make playable for whatever reason, like, I don't know, there was the Goomba amiibo. You know, that would be amazing to have that Goomba playable in like in a warrior style game, but you know, if you didn't want to make them playable, then you could have just like, I don't know, made them like a little assist or like a fun little special move if you scan them in, I don't know. But yeah, I just felt like they either didn't go far enough or they went too far. There was never a good medium, I think. Actually, like, Mario Maker was a pretty good medium, but it wasn't that exciting to scan the Amiibo, considering that you could just get them all just by playing the game. I mean, it was kind of exciting. I don't know what I'm saying. That's just what happens when you read the Holiday Gift Guide 2014 brochure. Some eShop cards. Mario Kart 8 DLC. Choose from over 1,000 games or expand your current gameplay options for the Mario Kart 8 game with downloadable content. I like how they only, it's either, oh, you can buy 1,000 games, or you can buy Mario Kart 8 DLC. That's it. But yeah, that DLC was amazing. It was super good. Wii U accessories. The Mario, Luigi, and Peach Wii remotes. The Peach Wii remote was new for 2014. And then they started releasing a bunch more. They had a Toad one, they had a Yoshi one, they had a Bowser one. Wii U accessories, the GameCube controller, Smash Brothers Edition GameCube controller adapter for Wii U. It was always really weird because this was in super short supply, but this wasn't. You could always buy like the GameCube controllers. Well, I don't know if you could always buy, but they were definitely more easily available than the GameCube controller adapter, which makes some sense because, you know, you might want to buy 4 GameCube controllers. You'd only really buy at the very most 2 GameCube adapters for 8-player Smash. But, you know, these were these were crazy hard to find. I was very happy to pre-order one. Wii U Pro controller, nunchuck controller. And weirdly enough, they didn't really have like a... They didn't... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, like, they didn't really have a... Did I skip over this page? No! I skipped over this page. Alright, let's go through... Okay, Disney Magical World, sure. Tomodachi Life is amazing. I love Tomodachi Life. Yoshi's New Island is terrible. I hate Yoshi's New Island. Fantasy Life, Theater Rhythm. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back. I think this is pretty much the exact same thing I just looked at, but in the form of like you can check the boxes and stuff. I'd say in terms of stuff I don't have any either of the Pokemons. I don't have Pokemon Art Academy, which I'd rather have that than a Pokemon game. I'd rather have that. I don't have Pokemon X and Y. I don't have Disney Magical World. I don't have Lego Batman 3 on the 3DS. I don't have Sonic Boom Shatter Crystal. I don't have Theater Rhythm Curtain Call. I don't have Skylanders for the 3DS. My 3DS collection is pitiful. It's really sad that half of this is made up by games and then half are just like the amiibo you want. But let's see. I think I actually have all of these. I might not have Just Dance 2015. I have a couple of Just Dances for the Wii U, but I don't know if I have that one specifically. But I have all those amiibo, and I don't have Skylanders or Disney Infinity. And then Play Nintendo, which was a website for babies. I did not make up 20 minutes of time. I have some free time left. Might as well go through another one.